All right, well, another great day to be a Wolf. Being 3-0 for the first time in 13 years is obviously, another step in the right direction for our program and where we're headed and what we're trying to build towards. Thought we had a tremendous atmosphere today. It was just great to have so many people back in Carrollton. Dedicating the Wolf Plaza was awesome. We got the Wolf Walk started today, and that was tremendous. And, we just, in the first half, we played great on defense, had really good game in the kicking game. Offensively, moved the ball up and down the field. We just had some really bad things happen to us. And some of them were self-inflicted, and some of them weren't. Sometimes in life, what we talk about in our program is sometimes in life, man, bad things happen that you can't control. Like today, one time a ball went flying through the air, and it just landed right back in their hands. And then we had a ball bounce off the ground into one of their hands and was called an interception. And we can't control those things. We just got to keep playing. And keep the faith. And I thought our kids came in at halftime and came right back out and finished the game strong. We had a big return by out here to kind of give us a little B12 shot. And from there we just rolled. And but all in all, another win. I'm sure we'll have some things to fix, but it's great to be 3-0 for the first time in a long time.
Yes, Coach, what was the message at halftime?
Really nothing. I mean, these guys will tell you. Basically what we said was, hey guys, we just dominated them for 30 minutes. We said we want to play 60 minutes, and we're only up 7-0 because of some really wild things that happened. I mean, all the flags and penalties, the interception, that was, a tough call, and, the 15-yard penalty on O'Ryan, Aladubo's after a block where he was just clapping, it was tough. Those are things we got to correct and fix, and we've got to adjust to what's going on, and I take responsibility for that as a head coach. But really it was just, hey, let's go back out and keep playing like we're playing. And eventually, we'll bad things don't continue to keep happening to you. And I thought our kids did a great job of holding on the rope and making that happen.
Tyrell, talk about defense, second straight shutout. How are you feeling right now?
Man, it's crazy, man. I had a shutout in a long time, man. To have 2 back-to-back weeks is just tremendous in my life right now. So it's just been in our defense right now, man. It's just we're gelling together so good, man. We just letting everything handle itself. We just doing our jobs, and the big thing is taking care of themselves right now. It's crazy. We got another shutout, and we weren't even expecting it. We just go out there and do our job. It's not even a goal, honestly. We just go out there and say we're going to do our job every play, and then here it comes, another shutout. So,
Coach, through 3 games, you have only allowed just over 200 yards rushing.
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all feel is clicking so well on the defensive side?
Well, number one, Coach Simons does a tremendous job week in, week out. I think Tyrell would tell you that, of having a great plan to stop what the other team does best. And we're going to always run the ball on offense and defend the run on defense. That's the foundation of our program. And then I think Tyrell would tell you, second of all, we got a really good D-line. Those guys are just really good right now, and they're tough to block. And they make it easy on, Tyrell and Bobby and those guys on the back end. They're playing at a high level right now. And then the rest of our guys are playing at a high level too. Tyrell's played at a high level for a long time, and looks like he had another great game today. And I couldn't be happier for him because he's such a good person. You're talking about a kid going into his senior year who's coming off an all-conference year. We got a new coaching staff. He embraces them. He leaves and goes down the whole month of June for Campus Outreach Beach Project and Witnesses for Christ. Comes back in July and works his tail off. Is voted a team captain by unbelievable margin. And, and he's having the year he deserves because of the type person, the type work he's put into it.
Denarius, you've shown what you can do on special teams a lot. What's it like also being able to be a part of the offense and getting the scoring started with an offensive touchdown and then a special teams touchdown?
I mean, it's a big responsibility, and I'm happy that my coaches believe in me at the same time to go out and do the things they do with me, and I mean, I just get the job done and take advantage of each and every opportunity that I get.
Yeah, and I think you'll see App's role continue to grow as the year goes on. I think you're just seeing kind of a sprinkle each week of what we plan to do with him, because we know we've got a big conference slate ahead. There's some things we want to show, and there's some things we don't want to show. But I can assure you that App, his role will continue to grow, and he'll have an integral part, as the season moves on.
Coach, is the second half offense really what you expect this offense to be able to do, move the ball and get into the end zone, kind of with a bunch of different guys doing different things?
Well, I think we had 437 total, but at the half we had, like 238. So we actually had more yards in the first half than we had in the second half. It's just 3 drives were stopped by penalties and 1 drive was stopped by an interception that I don't think was an interception. And, so if you take those away, then we probably scored 35 points in the first half. But we've got to correct those mistakes that are killing drives. It was nice to get the passing game going today. We threw the ball around better today than we have. I think we had 4 touchdown passes to 4 different receivers. Our receiving core is getting better and better each week. Desmond Lindsay does a great job with them, and there are a lot of guys that are continue to learn our system. Because I think App would tell you we run a lot of plays. I mean, we're an NFL type system, and so each week we get a little more comfortable and a little more, just comfortable with the system. And it was good to see the passing game kind of be at the forefront today a little bit.
I don't mean to interrupt, but this needs to be said. We've only had twice in school history where we had 2 shutouts in a season. We've never had back-to-back shutouts.
Great,
So,
great. Well, another school doing something that's never been done before with back-to-back shutouts, and just again a tremendous job by our defense. And I want to tip our hat to our kicking game a little bit on that too, because James Dugan did a great job pinning them down deep a few times, and our kickoff coverage did too. And our defense just playing at a tremendously high level right now.
You guys won at halftime, 7-0. Came out, got the kickoff return to start the second half. Do you have any plans on doing that? What were you feeling coming out of halftime?
I mean, once Coach Hall comes in, he talks to us and tells us, what we need to do. I mean, I just, I pray and I get down and I put in my mind, put up to myself what I need to do to go out here and be successful, and, what I can do better so, we can be successful in the second half of the game. So, I mean,
we thought going in the week we had it though, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. We talked all week with the way they lined up. We thought we could hit a middle return down the middle. We knew we needed one key block right there, and we thought if we could get out into the middle from where they kick it deep left, and we thought if out could get to the middle, we had a chance. And that was something we talked about all week. Chad Williams, our special teams coordinator, did a great job of setting up a middle return, and Denarius did a great job of getting to the middle, and then he had to make one miss, and he did it. And if you get him out in the open, man, I mean he's like, he's fast. I don't know any other way to word it. He's so fast he don't even really look like he's running. He can run.
Coach, your last couple of weeks, our run game has been clicking on all cylinders. You're putting up over 200 a game. How would you describe what you guys have done prior, since week 1? Have you done anything different in practice? Any wrinkles? What's gotten our run game going so good?
Well, that's just what we do. We've led this league in rushing. Sam Gregg's been my offensive coordinator now my whole career. We've been together, and we've led this league in rushing 3 straight years. And, so we've always been able to run the football. We're going to build it on that. I think to win championships, you have to be able to run it and stop the run. That's stood the test of time at every level. And, so we go into the week, we look for ways to run it. We look for ways to play action and get some balls over their head. And the run game has been pretty consistent. We actually have run the ball the best in game 1. We actually have not run it as good the last 2 weeks. It'll be interesting to look at the tape and see how we fared this week. But it was good to get some big plays in the passing game. Like I said, we had a 30-yard touchdown to Out and a 28-yarder to Alex McCauley. And Shaq caught him one, had a great catch. And Irvin had one. Irvin also had a big 3rd down catch. And Chris Terry caught a post corner. It was good to spread that ball around because we got some young receivers that are coming along and growing,
I guess how do you just try and keep continuing to build on this going into Clark Atlanta?
It's really easy. These guys are hungry. I think Tyrell and Out would tell you that we're not even close to as good as we're going to be. We're just scratching the surface as a program. And we got Clark Atlanta next week, another Division II game. We're going to go on the road. And, if we can win that one, we'll be 4-0 in Division II play, and then conference play starts. And that's when the whole another season starts. And we will have to kick it up a notch right there. But we continue to get better every week. I think you don't have to be Bill Walsh to see that our kicking game has made tremendous strides from week 1, and that our passing game has made tremendous strides, and that defensively we've just really, really turned it up to a whole nother level. So, but there's still a lot of things we can get better on. Obviously, the penalties today were bad. We had 7 penalties for 78 yards, and it seemed like every one of them was in the first half. So that was something we've got to correct and fix because we can't have that because it killed drives. And in big games in this conference, that'll cost you.
3rd down defense is huge.
Yeah.
I'll definitely turn it around from last week. I know y'all gave a lot of 3rd and longs last week, but you went 2 for 15 on 3rd down this week. What changed?
Yeah. Well, Not last week. The week we played Mars Hill, we got some third down. Yeah, last week we were awesome on third down. This week 2 of 15 again. Our goal is to win 66% of our third downs, and that's a point of emphasis I think on Thursday and Friday. They get the chains out there on defense, and they do third downs all day long. And again, just a credit to our players for buying into a tremendous system, and a credit to Coach Simons for implementing that system. And, man, he's the top young up-and-coming defensive coordinator in America, and he does a great job, and our players believe in him. And man, I mean, it's just we got a good thing going right there, and we got to keep it going.